Hello, my name is Rene Castro, and welcome to Building Video Games with Python, Lesson 6. In previous lessons, we became familiar with the game library, creating variables to represent various objects in our games, and we introduced the game loop, the piece of code that's going to iterate our game until it's over. So we're ready to start having the game kind of figure things out on its own. For instance, in this particular lesson, we're going to have the game decide whether two images have collided with each other. So let's get to it. In the previous lesson, I demonstrated how to have the zombie move by setting its speed and then telling it to move and then providing an argument of true to the bounce parameter, which allowed the zombie to kind of bounce around the screen. I've gone ahead and actually done that for the turkey as well, and let me demonstrate that. So now we got two images kind of going around the screen. So what we're looking to do is to figure out, well, when did the turkey and the zombie kind of collide? Because the idea is that if the zombie collides with the turkey, it's in essence eating the turkey, which is not what we want to do, and we'll fix that in a later game. We'll be the hero in the game in that we'll kill the zombie before it could eat the turkey. In order to do this, we have to introduce a new concept, programming concept called an if statement. Similar to the while loop, this is not part of the game library. This is actually part of the Python programming language, or in general, a programming language. An if statement allows a program to decide if a certain situation has occurred, and if it has, we could specify a particular outcome to perform. If you require more practice with this, I definitely recommend going to Google and Googling Python decisions or Python if statement, and they'll give you more practice as to how an if statement works. But for right now, we're just going to continue on in that an if statement will allow us to decide if something has happened. So the question is, what are we trying to decide? Well, we would like to know if the turkey has collided with the zombie. So we're doing collision testing, if two things have hit each other. So let's look at the game library, and in particular, because both of these things are images, we have to scroll down to the image object. Let me restate the problem. We're looking to find something in the image object that's going to allow us to check to see if the turkey has collided with the zombie. So we're scrolling. That didn't take us long. So we realize that there is a collided with function. Now this is the first time where you're going to end up using two objects as part of our solution, in that we're looking to see if these two things have collided with. So you look at the parameter for collided with, and you'll see that it's looking for an object. So let's write zombie, because we want to do something with the zombie. And because zombie is an image object, I put a period, which now allows me to use this function, collided with. And what are we checking for it to be hitting, eating? Well, the turkey. So I'm simply going to write turkey here. Now the syntax of an if statement in Python requires us to put a colon at the end, very similar to the way we did the while loop. Once I press enter, you'll see that it's indented. This is specifying that these are the statements to do if the zombie has collided with the turkey. We're going to keep this simple for this particular lesson, in that we're simply going to use the print command. It's another Python command, and we're going to display the word yum. Now this is not going to display in the game. I'm going to show you where this displays. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to run it, and you can kind of see it in the background here. the word yum. Now it quickly filled up the screen because as the turkey and the zombie are colliding with each other, the words yum will appear. And if you recall, based off our frames per second, that conceivably could happen 30 times in 1 second because we haven't done anything else. And in this particular lesson, I was merely introducing the concept of decision making using the if statement and exploring the collided with function, which allowed us to check to see if the zombie has collided with the turkey. Now I want to discuss something else because students sometimes have this question, in that could we have flipped this around? Let's see. Could I have asked the computer to check if the turkey collided with the zombie? Let's see. Let's run it. You can kind of quickly see we got the words yum, and then we saw it kind of scroll again. And it does work. If you think about it, does it really matter? Did the zombie collide with the turkey, or did the turkey collide with the zombie? In both cases, guess what? The two things are colliding. I prefer to put it this way, in that the zombies can kind of think of it as the active agent. He is the one that's chasing the turkey around, not the turkey chasing the zombie around. So for readability purposes, it makes more sense to say if the zombie collided with the turkey, because the zombie is the one that's kind of chasing the turkey around. This is a relatively short lesson, so let's go back to our PowerPoint. Let's review what we've done. So we discussed how to make decisions in a game, and in general in any program, which is to use the if statement. We explored the game library, the particular image function called collided with, that allows us to check to see if two images have collided. We simply printed the words yum out to the screen. In the next lesson, we'll discuss a more appropriate outcome when the two things have collided. Thank you for watching.